Well guys, pretty embarrassing first day. We sat here all day for what, 6 or 7 hours. We had a nice little spread going on. We had some ducks and geese set up in front of us. And we seen quite a few fly by, but nothing actually came into our decoys. And right at the end of the night, before we picked up our decoys, we decided we'd go for a little paddle just to look to see if we could find any other spots to set up in the future. And anyway, we found this little tiny cove. We pulled into it. We stopped, we were looking around talking about where we could set up, and all of a sudden we heard a flock of geese coming. So luckily I still had my GoPro on my head. I turned it on, and Charles had his shotgun in the front, which I'm sure it was hard to shoot wearing a life jacket. But anyway, he managed to shoot one of the geese. Nice goose, really big one.
Good.
So we're gonna fry that up tonight and do a little bit of a catch and cook for you. Alright guys, we're back at base camp here. We set up for the night. We're going to camp out and we're going to do an early morning duck hunt tomorrow. So at the end of the night tonight, we were just packing up and more geese came in. We thought we were done for the day after that one we got from the canoe. But Charles actually shot 2 more, so we ended up with 3 geese. I can show them to you. They're on the ground over here. So we're going to save those. We got a cooler full of ice. I don't know if you can see those in the dark. There they are. We got a cooler full of ice. We're going to put them in for the night after we field dress them. And then we're going to start our catch and cook with the breasts that we did earlier. So fair warning everyone, this isn't that fancy of a recipe. So those 2 goose breasts that we took out of the goose earlier, I just diced up. And we're going to use a little bit of a dry rub just to marinate it before we start cooking it. So this particular stuff is the Halifax Spice Company. It's local to Nova Scotia. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of that in there and let it sit for about half an hour before we start cooking it. So before we get on to cooking the goose meat while it's marinating, we're going to fry up a little tiny bit of bacon here just to grease the pan and add some flavor. I know geese are pretty greasy as it is, but we're hungry at this point. We want something that's going to taste good, and like I said, it's nothing fancy. So this is the MSR Superfly stove. I've done a review of it, so check that out. The link's going to be in my description. All I'm going to do is turn on the gas here. And we'll start my bacon. So now the moment of truth. That goose meat's been sitting there for about half an hour. We're going to add it in with our bacon, which is starting to crisp up there. It's probably going to be pretty salty, but that's how us Nova Scotians like it anyway. So here we go. Let me just put that in there. And then we'll mix it up a little bit. And we'll get her cooking. Well, it's finally done. The goose breast is cooked medium rare, and it actually smells amazing. So we're going to sit over by the campfire we have going, and we're going to enjoy nature's bounty. So we learned tonight that bacon actually does go well with everything. It tasted great with that goose. It wasn't as salty as I thought actually, and it was really good, went down well. So anyway, we're gonna pack it in for the night. We have a big duck hunt coming up tomorrow. If you like this content, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and also check us out on Facebook and Instagram. See you later, guys.